The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
What's the fuss?
Episode 232.
232.
You're 232? Let's both make dentist appointments.
I just swallowed a big air bubble. Ow. 232 of What's the Fuzz podcast. How's everybody doing today?
Doing okay.
All right.
Doing okay.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
I almost ruined the 5 seconds of silence before we started just because I wanted to just run on through it like Trump.
Yeah.
I have
it
the best
happens.
silence, the greatest silence.
Mr. Coleman,
Can you please shut up?
please, Mr. Coleman.
You agreed to 5 seconds of silence?
Mr.
You
Coleman,
and your campaign agreed.
You've had your time, Mr. Coleman. We need to move on.
Oh, we'll get to that. Episode 232, like I said, at What's the Fuzz podcast. My name is Rocky Soka. It's nice to see you. How are you?
Hi.
Chris Coleman to my left, Pete Peisenberg.
That's me.
And we always have my producer, John Hanan.
I am sore as shit right now.
Why are you sore? What happened? You wouldn't tell me.
Because I haven't played basketball in a little while. So the other day, hoops.
Hoop dreams in it.
You're a
Yeah.
Philly guy.
And so it's been like 3 years since I played competitively, and I went to this park just to kind of shoot around a little bit, and there were people there, and so we started playing pickup games, and I played
you
for
were
about
shooting some b-ball outside of the school?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
that's how you wound up down here.
And I got like 5 hours in of playing basketball, and
That's a long time to be working
That's like
out.
a shift at work. Yeah.
dude, I felt fine until the next day.
Yeah,
I went to
tomorrow.
get out of bed, and the lactic acid, like in my calves, holy shit!
I prefer lysergic acid, but that's just me.
Dude, I know what you're talking about. I've like when I got my rollerblades online for like super cheap, and I started like playing hockey and going on like long skates with my chick.
Yeah, back when you were a kid. Oh, no, this was a year ago.
This was not long ago, but
I remember the videos on social media.
when it doesn't hurt you that day, it hurts you tomorrow when you
Right.
get out of bed. And I remember that from like jiu-jitsu and shit too. When you get like kicked in the stomach or some shit, it would hurt then, but like you knew
It
tomorrow
really sets
you're in for a fucking...
It's like that with anything, right? Car accidents, anything traumatic. I fell at work one day and I was like, everybody's like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh, I'm fine now.
Oh yeah.
When I wake up in the morning, whole back will be seized
yeah.
the fuck up. I was actually very lucky in that I wasn't, but
That's how I knew I was getting
coming.
old. I would fall on my skateboard and like nobody would laugh. Like that's when I knew.
Yeah,
I
they
was
call
like,
911.
Oh, man.
That guy's not getting up.
Oh yeah.
You become your own fail video.
It's like once you lose your adrenaline, is what it is.
That's
Once
it.
the adrenaline is gone, that's it.
Well, and when you're old too. See, John's 27, so he's like, I'm sore from 5 hours of basketball. When you're 40, you'll be like, I'm sore from tying my shoe. It really, really just goes downhill fast. That's what I'm trying
I
to
remember
do
when
to
I
you.
was a construction worker, the worst part of the morning was having to bend over for like, however, like the whole minute it takes to like tie your shoe, not even a minute, like a few seconds. And it hurt so bad. And it was 4:30 in the morning. And I'm so glad that I don't have to do that anymore.
4:30.
Wow. That's a good one. See, I like
Only
your
because you were
jokes.
30. Because you were 30
Your
also.
jokes aren't bad.
They are.
Well, they're
on
like
the nose.
so bad they're good, though.
Yeah, that's
I
what
love
I go
it.
for.
We'll circle back to that joke in 198 episodes.
What? I don't get it, but
It'll be the world's longest callback.
you're right. If I'm still around for episode 430, you guys watch out. 'cause
So you
I'm
still
just going to be
can't-
complaining.
You still can't smell, huh? John?
No, I
John
can't.
cannot smell,
I
no.
can't, dude. I
So
forgot.
you think you got COVID a few weeks ago or months ago, right?
Yeah.
And ever
Or
since
something.
you haven't been able to smell. And you guys were about to have a discussion on what sense you would rather lose if you were going to lose one. And
Mm-hmm.
I think sense of smell might have to be
That's
it.
got to
you
be
know?
the number
It
one
is.
answer.
If you're going to
You didn't
lose
go
a sense.
blind.
Yeah, no. Well, exactly. Like you use all your other sense really to get you through life. You don't necessarily use your sense of smell to like save your life. You know what I mean? Unless it's maybe
can.
fire. So you can. But it's not, you don't depend on that. You would trust more, I would say, your sight and your feel over your sense of smell even. If
Well,
you
and-
smelled
and-
smoke,
and none of us would be able to do this if we couldn't hear. So
Yeah.
you need to hear and
I
be
don't
able to
Probably a
speak.
deaf
Helen,
podcast.
Helen Keller says differently. And plus, there are deaf people that speak. Have you heard of Marley Matlin?
You could speak.
She's funny
That's
and
fine.
She is funny.
No, yeah, you'd be able to speak, but and I guess you would need a kind of like a cochlear implant or something.
No,
like,
I can
or
just
like
watch your
do a
mouth, and when
podcast.
you're done talking, but I need to know what you're talking about. Never mind.
That's hard.
Wait, are you
It's not-
signing
You'd
the
have
whole
to do
time?
a video one like we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with a little sign language guy right here.
But yeah, I
Feverishly.
guess, like, if I was going to lose a sense, I think smell, like, obviously that'd be the first one to go. Do you think it'll come back? Do you like?
No, it's been
no.
it's been
We
months,
can't
man.
like shock your system. I can't go get some like apple cider vinegar or like
or,
garlic.
what's
or,
the shit? Narcan for your sense of smell.
Ooh,
What's that thing when you get knocked out and you smell
Yeah,
it?
smelling salts.
Yeah.
Maybe
Do you
that'll
think
work.
that would do it?
We should try it.
We should try it.
We definitely should try
I
it
mean,
on the
it's
show.
not going to get
On
any
the show.
worse. So I'm down to give it a go because it's not. I really can't smell anything. So what am I going to do? Smell less than nothing?
You can still
Yeah, what are
taste
you gonna
though. You
smell
can still
less?
taste things.
Well,
Yeah.
but just think how deadened that must be.
Yeah.
You can still taste, but it's like tasting with your nose plugged.
It's reduced.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't you wish that you like smelled more flowers in your life now or something?
Yeah. Do you miss what you took for granted?
Some of it.
Yeah?
Some of it. But it does have its upsides.
Yeah. What's its
It's-
upside, John? Why don't you tell us on the podcast?
I don't know. There's like a lot of smells that you don't prefer to smell, and I'm glad that I don't anymore.
Okay.
And I like my stomach is stronger because of it. Now I
it's
sometimes
not
I used to
triggered
smell
on gross smell.
right, and that's what it
I
used
bet I have something spicy enough to knock your senses, like to get you sweating.
Oh man.
Would you like to try that? I think we should do it.
We should do it on
okay.
the second segment.
to. Right. Well, what happens with that is sometimes I'm not even able to think straight after I do something
Well, maybe
like
he
that.
doesn't eat it. Maybe he's just smelling the stuff, or is he putting the hot sauce in his nose?
Well, we can try smelling first, but I think if like you tried the last dab, I think it would get your head juices going enough.
Maybe.
It would certainly get your sinuses flowing.
It will.
I wish I
open
had the
sinuses.
bomb here, man. That's at my chick's house.
We'll set it up on break and then we'll start the second
way-
segment with that. But like, I need time to prepare. Hold on.
To prepare, and in case John gets totally shut down by this, we won't have an entire show to carry John's silent ass.
No, we'll be all right, man. We got plenty to talk about
Just in
today.
case.
Speaking of COVID, the president of the United States tested positive for COVID with his wife. What was it, yesterday?
2 days ago, yesterday, he was admitted to Walter Reed. I heard, but how do you test positive for a hoax?
Well, dude, I don't know.
I don't understand. It's
They
not
said
real.
that he flew in too late for the debates to get tested, which is fucking kind of crazy because when you just shouldn't you just not have the debate then?
So did he also? Was it his camp that made Joe Biden take a drug test beforehand?
Something like that.
Yeah. So Joe Biden had to take a drug test beforehand, mandated, but you couldn't get there in time to take a fucking COVID test, and
Dude,
you can't take
they
one on
shouldn't
Air
have done
Force
the
One.
debate. They shouldn't have done the debate right there. I'd have been like, no, we can't do it because they did it on what's being called the honor system, because he does get tested
And he's so
a
full
lot.
of honor. He's an honorful man.
He gets tested a lot, and so does Pence, and so like everybody around him gets tested a lot. So they think
I would assume.
there was a lot of people that were saying it was from the Ruth Bader Ginsburg address thing that they had after she died, but a lot of people were saying that
posthumously.
it's,
She's getting him from the grave.
a lot
Hey, I
of
was
people
gonna
think
say, I
it's
thought
from
she
the
ghost of.
She
debates.
wheezed her last dying breath of COVID right onto Trump. Good job,
Jesus.
RBG.
But yeah, it's just a little crazy.
Well, because at
he's-
first they were like, "Oh, he's just going to stay quarantined in the White House. He's fine."
and then he flew to,
And then
what
that's
is it?
when he went to a VA.
Walter Reed.
And you guys say that's not a good hospital.
I've heard a
Where
lot of
is it?
stories. I believe it's in the DC area. Maybe like maybe Virginia even. You know, it's in that whole upper corridor
They
area.
flew the president to a shitty hospital. Why
And,
would
well,
they do
it's a
that?
VA hospital, so I'm sure it's maybe not all
He's
shitty,
not a
like I
V?
said. Well, he's being treated as one. He's the head of the military, right? So
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
So I guess that I don't know why he wouldn't have gone to a private hospital,
Yeah.
but maybe
Walter
is it
Reed's in
Baltimore?
DC.
DC, there you go. But I knew it was in that area. But I've heard stories from many people who have come back from overseas and had to go there for whatever reason, major things, minor things, and they're like, it's old, it's run down, it's a piece of shit, as is the kind of the VA system in the country, from what I hear from a lot of veterans.
Well, he put out something saying that he was okay. I actually didn't see it. And then the next thing that I did see was him giving a big old thumbs up while he was getting into a helicopter and saluting a military
Wait,
personnel.
so he's already left the Walter Reed hospital?
No.
Oh, okay.
When he was leaving to the hospital.
Okay.
And they say that he was flown
They were
in, but
like,
it's not
"COVID?"
like
He
flown
was
in like
You
it was an
got it.
emergency, like they had to fly him in. He flies everywhere, so
Right.
that he, but he walked there on his own. He seemed okay, although he was going to the hospital. Reports say he did have a fever at one point.
Is Melania with him through this?
She's doing
like,
much
there
better than
being a
him.
good
and
wife holding his hand, or-
she's not
Oh,
at
no,
the.
she's not? Okay.
She's not at the hospital.
Not holding his hand, certainly.
She's not feeling
She will
nearly as bad
swat.
as him.
She swats
will
that shit
swat
like
the
a horsefly,
shit
bro.
out
Not
of-
that
Her hand looks like a horse's tail.
There's a whole montage of it.
After that, he got a hooker story. I'm sure it was probably really hard to get in Melania's pants after that. Women get mad when you cheat on them. Anyway, so yeah, that was just pretty
Allegedly.
crazy, and I thought it was insane, and it was just a weird.
It is. It's 2020, man. So look, here's the scarier thing: is that now, if something were to happen to Trump, and as much as I dislike that guy, I don't wish physical harm upon him. But if something were to happen to him, we're looking at a Pence presidency.
That's not something.
And if
we
anybody
want.
is maybe worse than Trump, it may be Pence.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm pensive about the decision.
Speaking of COVID,
Stop it.
that's funny.
Stop
it. Damn, that was.
There you go. Just like the debate.
Amazon says nearly 20,000 U.S. employees have contracted COVID. Speaking of COVID, so phase 3 is going great.
So far, so good.
And yeah, so Amazon's. This is from NBC News, and yeah, Amazon says that basically 20,000 motherfucking employees.
That's scary when you extrapolate. It kind of makes sense because of how many people are in their warehouses and how much shit's coming into there and all
how
this.
many things are going in and out.
Constantly. So the 20,000 employees are then, handling potentially all these items that are then going and delivered to your
And they're
doorstep.
sweating like a motherfucker. Their pores are as open as can be when they're working as hard as they do sometimes.
Oh, they work those motherfuckers, bro.
Pretty harsh conditions too. So I mean, they're right up against each other. There's a lot of people in a very short, very little space.
They just seem it
seems perfect for
They
yeah,
were
they're
on
very
top of-
susceptible.
He can't say that word. He can't say the word. That's
you
it.
also
You
lost
got
your
it.
ability
You got
to say susceptible.
Susceptible.
There it is. When he slows it down, he can maybe get it. But they're very susceptible to what? To being infected?
To getting the disease.
But
I
they
Right
realize.
next to each other, they got shit flying all around.
They
Susceptible.
were in the forefront though when this shit first happened of like mandating masks and people sanitizing. So I feel like that probably curbed this tremendously. What it could have been. So good on them for that. But well, I guess when you're just dealing with things in that level of numbers, it's gonna happen.
I mean, who knows?
It's scary though.
Did you see how much Bezos made? Oh my God, I don't have it.
He
here in
became
front
the
of me.
richest man in the world after COVID.
Man, must be nice.
Bezos is stupid rich.
Yeah, must be nice. What would you
Insane.
do? What would you do?
With that amount of money?
Let's say you started up a business in a couple of years, you became just a let's just say multi-millionaire.
Yeah, like you sold it out.
What would you
and,
do?
Man. I mean, I would.
Like you win the game of life. Like
I would hope to. Yeah, I would. Well,
whatever I want for sure.
Well, there's the whatever I want factor, but coming from where we're all coming from, like none of us are rich or have money or came from money or anything like that. But like, I think we would all be smart to obviously secure like some land, vehicle.
That would be
a vehicle or two, whatever you need, and then just get your necessities intact, and then. And invest a little bit so that you don't have to maybe work a full-time job ever
Fuck
again.
maintaining growth. Ball out. No. Yeah.
But there's a level of balling out. But you got to be smart too.
Right,
Don't be don't be an NBA star or an NFL star rookie.
Oh wow!
Just fucking blow
That's
your.
actually a story that I
Some of
wanted to
those.
talk about.
Segueing into what you were talking about.
No, I mean how long do we have? This isn't going to take too long.
15 minutes.
Oh, buddy.
Okay, we got a while. Okay, so all right, so the NBA Finals game, game 1. The ratings basically plunged to the lowest viewership.
Did they really?
Ever, yeah.
I didn't watch. I was at work, but I saw that they got Miami got blown out.
Yeah. Well, and game 2 was no different. So the Lakers are now up 2-0.
Right.
And they're mopping the Heat up. I mean, and everybody knew it was going to happen. So it's like, why tune into something you already know is going to be the case anyway?
Well, people are kind of pissed off about like them going woke or whatever, and all the Black Lives Matter stuff. A lot of people aren't having it, and it's
because they stopped the playoffs at one point. Remember, we talked about that on the show. At
Wait,
one
what?
point, they is that what you mean? Like the Black Lives Matter?
They're interjecting it into basketball and football and all that stuff like that.
It's
and people
everywhere.
just don't like it. Some people love it. Obviously, some people think it's part of our civil rights movement, if you will, like another part of it, an
2.0.
extension of it.
Right.
But some people just aren't having it, and it's kind of showing. And I was just kind of thinking, we just got sports back. Do we really need to like abandon it again? Like
I don't
we
know
just
why
got
would that
hockey
bother
and
people though. Like if I don't like Papa John's pizza for whatever reason, and the NFL
And
they're a pizza is Papa John's,
Right.
I'm not going to sit there and not watch the NFL because they're representing Papa John's for whatever.
Exactly.
Fucking
You just dislike that portion of it.
Yeah,
and you go, fuck this.
the way
I
I
hate
see
this,
it-
but you love the game and
the
you
way I
continue
see-
to watch the game.
Yeah, their movement is something that their league wants to push on people, and they can push whatever sponsorships they have or whatever agenda. Like because I like the sport, and that's why I'm watching.
That's actually interesting because there's already advertising of stuff in the background, and
Right.
like there'll be like a big Toyota sign. Well, you don't drive a Toyota, but still you're gonna see it or
Maybe
whatever.
some people hate Toyota. Now that you say that, like some people are American cars, and like I don't like Japanese cars. taking over American jobs and all this shit. Some of the
People will
older
argue
heads,
about anything.
exactly. But I'm saying but even if you're that guy, you just go, oh fuck it, Toyota. I don't care for Toyota, but I like the sport, so I watch the sport.
I see it as a form of advertisement that we just if you disagree with it, just ignore it, and it's fine. But whoever's passionately hating against it, seeing it.
Well, here's one thing:
it
is emblazoned on their apparel. So maybe that's like this says this guy's name is Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, no, they do. It is weird that they'll put like equality. I was like, oh, the Center for Denver is equality, because like they'll put their. I didn't realize they were doing it, and then they put their name underneath it. No, it does add some confusion. I'm not necessarily for that. I don't think you should maybe be changing where their names are on their jersey. You know what I mean? For that stuff,
because
because
they
all
on the
do.
Bottom.
Yeah, but I don't know. They all do like a Black Lives Matter thing before the games. I've been to the soccer matches. They do a thing. They do a moment of silence. The teams all kneel, and it's like that's fine. You just like it, then don't participate
do that
or whatever.
For the national anthem too.
Right,
this is just another part of it, and people are showing their allegiance to the movement, or they're publicly saying we're cool.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with it, but just fucking deal with it, because guess what? It is life.
When you play a Canadian team, they play the Canadian national anthem,
right? And I have zero allegiance to that, but I don't shit on it when they play it.
I'm wondering what the I'm trying to be devil's advocate here. I'm wondering, is it just they don't want to see it, they don't believe in it, so because it has been kind of politicized, so maybe the people that don't want to see it are just like they don't
turned off. I think they're just turned off by it. And if you were to take the masses, they're just turned off by the whole thing. They're tired of it being shoved down their throat, so they're like, I don't put it on my sports where I go to escape from politics and news, right? Because those are two different fucking venues.
But how much does it speak to your lack of self-control when you can't just ignore
exactly.
it?
Well,
Because the game is still happening.
It's the same people that just can't scroll. Can't just scroll on Facebook. They have to report. They have to whine. They have to take it to the highest level.
That is a weird sect of society. The reporters and the bitchers,
the Kens and Karens, I guess, is what we call them now.
You can
the
tell.
not okay boomers.
And then the joke is like, this is this your first day on the internet or whatever? That's the first joke, because how have you gotten this far into Facebook land and you don't understand that everything's like a joke and an exaggeration or an extension?
I think it's
something.
A certain age group for the most part.
It's like the
older
most
people.
Yeah,
satire-driven place is Facebook for sure.
Yeah, we talked about it last time. I'm really hating it more and more each day, and it actually becomes easier to get off of it because
I'm a week off clean and I'm fine.
It's not fun.
I don't miss it. I really don't miss it. There's one thing I texted John in the middle of the night when I saw Trump had COVID, and I was like, post it in the group, Trump's got COVID, and he was asleep. And then he woke up and he was like, why didn't you? And I'm like, I don't have Facebook. And he's like, oh, I keep forgetting.
I was like, oh shit, yeah.
But but it's like it very rarely calls to me. It's easier than I thought to shut down that negative fucking cesspool of shit.
It's funny because I'm on Facebook right now reading these stories off our What's the Fuss Facebook page.
There are things that I'm like, I'm sure I'm missing, event stuff or, like some funny memes and, some of that shit. But it's whatever.
Events. There's something I fucking miss.
Well, I mean, they're slowly coming back. Slowly coming back.
I'd kill to go to a punk show.
I've been to a punk show?
Yeah.
I feel like that should be coming back. I thought you said a pawn shop.
No.
So we have about 9 minutes, give or take. And before I can't think straight and do all of that sinus clearing up that you guys want to try.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys want to talk for a second about Rick Moranis?
Okay, I heard about this yesterday, but I heard no details. So please let's look it up and get some details.
No, I have it up here on the Facebook page. So
because he's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kid's dad.
Yes,
Spaceballs.
He also played in the Flintstones. He played Bonnie.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. And famously from SCTV.
Yes, he was in Ghostbusters.
Like me. Yes, he was the gatekeeper.
Yes, he was.
He opened up the gate to his own fucking beating.
What was his name?
He's super funny, funny guy.
It was like
you know
Poindexter,
who he is.
or God, it wasn't Poindexter, but it was a really nerdy name like that, like Marvin or some. It might have been Marvin.
I don't know. He plays a great nerd, but he really is such a wonderful guy. Yeah, he apparently took like a long break from Hollywood just to take care of his kids. That's hearsay. That's just what I heard.
Well, and
I read that too.
I didn't realize he was 67 years old.
He's an old man.
I haven't seen him since like Honey, I Shrunk days. You know,
it says here Rick Moranis is punched and knocked to the ground in unprovoked New York City attack. So actor Rick Moranis was punched in the head, knocking him. Oh, good God! Read the same thing in the Upper West Side. New York police confirmed 67-year-old man was walking south on Central.
I saw this.
Basically, dude, a guy just walked up, and an unidentified man just walked up with a
man.
closed fist and just punched him in the fucking head.
You can like
Thursday.
barely see it at the top right of the screen.
So we saw the video. I didn't see the attack, but I saw the attacker. That the alleged guy. They're saying
Yeah.
it was like
There's a video.
tall, younger black guy with a black hoodie. that
It's like
says,
the very first
I
second
heart
of the
NY.
video. The very first
Is it?
second of the video, you see him like hit somebody,
Well,
and then
here's-
you see their legs like them fall.
Here's my first thought on it. That whoever this attacker is not a local guy.
He's got an I Love New York shirt on.
They don't wear
No,
those. in
they
New
don't
York.
do that.
Only tourists wear that shit.
Yeah, he bought that somewhere at a gift shop,
Right.
and then started sporting it around town while he's there. Like,
Yep.
this dude-
He went there. He got a I Heart New York fucking hoodie, and then he got his favorite famous New York City pizza.
You got a
Sbarro.
Do you think he knew that it was? Yeah, that's funny. Do you think that he knew that it was Rick Moranis?
I doubt it.
I don't
'cause-
know.
Are there photos of him? I haven't seen Rick Moranis in 20 years. I wouldn't know him if I saw him on the street.
Not anything lately that I'm getting from this one particular site.
See,
Now,
that's
this
what I'm
is Fox
saying.
13.
Okay.
And this was early in it, so there's probably more out now.
So,
but yeah,
is
This
there
dude,
more deets? Like he just randomly was attacked. We don't know if it was.
unidentified male
See,
just
now
walked
this is
up
a-
and punched him in the
This
fucking
is a
head.
stupid question, but like, I wonder what hat he was wearing or what shirt he had on, because sometimes people attack each other
yeah.
just for attire.
He had the I Heart NY. What if Moranis had a I Hate NY? And he was like,
But
"Bitch."
he's like, no hate in my neighborhood.
Yep, knocked you out.
Boom.
Nope. Well, you know how I handle hate? Violence. Once I got those words out.
He said, "That's my
You
rival."
know how I handle who?
This guy's violent. I'm gonna punch him.
Yeah,
I'm going
but
to end your violence with old
no,
violence.
they
He
need
was-
to. They need to look into people that aren't from New York that are probably maybe going home soon.
Yep.
That is so
Yep.
crazy. Do you
Out
guys
of
remember
state.
like the knockout game and shit? Like that
Yes.
was happening for
That
a
was
while.
dumb as fuck, dude.
That was like a big
That was
trend
bad.
in
And it was
mainly
all like
New York
old
City.
white ladies that were getting decked the fuck
Yeah,
out
bro.
and shit, dude.
It would be like a bunch of kids going along, and they just find somebody like old walking their dog and just literally just crack him in the head, knock him to the floor,
And then
knock
run away. And
And,
they'd be like,
they actually killed.
What?
This has resulted in death before. I
believe it.
I believe one gentleman hit the sidewalk with his head. Another person. I mean, you can definitely kill someone just by punching him in the face.
Oh, it's like
Oh, yeah.
unexpectedly, just decking him in the temple. Yeah,
That's such
an
a
old person too. Yeah, I
It's-
don't understand. Yeah, this is a terrible
I don't think
crime.
this guy was a fan. I don't think he was a big Spaceballs dude or anything. He looks like a dude walking through New York City. He looks like, I mean, he's got a mask on. He's so you can't even see his face. That's one. I guess.
of course, the masks, right?
Yeah.
They cover everyone. Well, see, I have an update here. Reportedly, directly after he was quoted as saying, "Honey, I punched that guy."
Oh,
To his wife.
nice.
That was a good.
Maybe it
one.
was to his husband.
No
Let's not
disrespect
judge.
to Moranis, because we
No,
clearly all
exactly.
love that guy.
Absolutely. Fucking Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I mean, he had the Schwartz.
Spaceballs.
Schwartz be with you. Come on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
Spaceballs.
Hebrew Hammer. That's the fucking best movie in the world.
Oh my God, I haven't seen that in a long time. He
Dude,
wasn't
that's
in
got the guy
though.
from Dazed and Confused in it. The
Yeah.
dude that tried to
Adam
start the fight.
Silver or
Yeah,
whatever
he
he
got
is,
punched
yeah.
in the face.
He's
Speaking
so
of getting
Jewy.
punched in the face. Man,
Anyway.
bad luck for the Jewish people. You know?
Did he
It'll
get
get
punched in the
better.
face too?
In the movie?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, he walked up to this tough guy who was like being an asshole, and then he punched him in the face. And he thought that everybody was gonna like break up the fight, but
Right.
instead they all like stood around going fight,
So
fight, while he got his
stood
fucking
there,
ass
He
kicked.
stood there hoping that the fight would pass him over.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was a good one.
He rolled around. He rolled around outside and got a bad Rosh Hashanah. Oh, very itchy.
With that, we
Let's
should
move
just
on.
go to break a little early. We're gonna probably play 69 Fingers or something because that's the only thing that YouTube won't.
Cause F it. That's why.
That's why. Oh man, F it just put it.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll get the new F it record,
Okay.
and they'll probably give us permission. Also, we got permission from the Robinsons, so that'll be fun. We do have permission from the Supervillains, but
Supervillains, never
YouTube,
heard of them.
YouTube takes it down.
Not from their studio, though. Like
exactly.
Their
Their record
recording-
label.
Their record label
Right.
is what it is.
Is that what it is?
Fucking-
Probably
Ooh, I
whoever
think so.
publishes that shit.
Anywho,
No, because they're sweethearts.
Yeah, we'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see if we can't get your nose working.
It's been a while.
All right, we're back.
Right.
Episode 232.
I am nervous.
Are you?
Yeah, a little
Why are you
bit.
nervous? Because
All
we're
right,
doing
so-
an experiment?
As we promised, in this half, we're going to basically try to jumpstart John's sinuses, and we have some very, very, very hot sauce. You guys all remember the story where I basically touched my yam bag at the Entering the Black Hole Wing Eating Contest. These are the exact hot sauces that we had that night.
So anyone that's watched Hot Ones,
These have both been
they've both been
on-
featured, and this is famously the one that usually goes last.
Yeah.
On every episode. This is the Reaper edition of it. It's the Hot Ones, the Last Dab.
It is the last dab. We're wearing gloves, and now I'm about to touch my...
Yeah, you're
I'm
telling me.
specifically going to touch my yam bag.
Yeah, we have gloves on just to handle this shit, because normally when I do it, I'm washing my hands. But we don't want to get this shit in our eyes. We don't want to get it on the computer.
You freaking out on break, like taking all these precautions, is what's making me nervous. Not even.
It's not a big deal. Keep in mind, I eat these every day.
It's kind of serious stuff, John. You have to take precautions. 'Cause
But I do need to
John
tell you
goes,
that it's
I
hotter
don't
than
touch
shit.
my eyes.
And
And I'm
even-
like, dude, everybody touches their eyes. You don't think that you do.
Dude, I
Maybe you don't
touched-
do it habitually.
I
But if
touched
you
my-
have an itch,
I touched my balls, and it literally stung 3 days later.
just on your balls, not even on your actual glands.
And I didn't even think that I touched anything. Basically, I just pulled my pants down with my thumbs and just let it all kind of hang out. Let the old hang low get some air.
The old elephant trunk.
Yep.
flop.
And then I guess my thumb must have just touched my
There goes the pee.
bag, the old yam bag.
Uh-huh.
And
the
it
old yam graze.
not only did it sting 3 days later, I had washed a pair of shorts that I had worn while that was happening, washed and dried them, put them on. It stung me again.
Wow.
So
You
that
have sensitive
capsaicin.
balls.
Yeah.
I do not believe it. This is
Now-
hard to believe.
So here's what I don't like. I will say about the Last Dab. Okay, so the 357 usually goes before the Last Dab. And
I
it's
would
called
say that's hotter, though.
357 for a reason, and it's because it has 357,000 Scoville units,
Yeah.
which is, I didn't look it up, but I know a jalapeno is like 1,000 or something, right? So
I don't know.
if you would have
that
asked me, I
many
would have
times
said
that.
357 calories. No, fuck it.
so
No, that's
this
fucking
gives
funny.
the Scovilles. The Last Dab does not give Scovilles. I don't like that. Why? What are you hiding?
They say
Hot
that
Ones?
Pepper X has over 1 million Scoville.
Is that what's in here?
Yes.
This is the Carolina Reaper edition.
There's Pepper X in there
oh,
somewhere.
is it? Okay.
Yeah, they just dilute it with a little Reaper. Oh, don't worry, they've numbed it down with a little Carolina Reaper for you.
Nice. That's their
Reaper is ridiculous.
yeah,
Now,
that's their thinning agent.
in theory, 357 would go first because it's got less Scoville units. But I eat this stuff all the time. The 357 is one of the hottest.
Okay, so what do you think you should start with?
I think you should try to smell both.
I just
don't
smelled
mix
this
the
one.
caps up.
No, I'm
Okay,
not.
yeah,
I just
'cause-
smelled that one.
So
I want
I
to
do-
smell this one.
Try to smell either one. See if you
Because
can.
what are we going to be doing exactly?
You're going to
Well,
be putting
you'll-
your penis in it.
Yeah, you'll just dip a pinky and eat it, or I'll give
goodness.
you.
Okay.
I probably have a toothpick or something.
So that's
If you still have COVID, that thing's infected.
I'm not getting anything.
You're not smelling
Now,
anything?
did
No.
you? Can I?
That one does smell a little hotter than this one.
I'm trying really hard to smell it.
He's in the camera.
He's right there. He's
I
Joe
Get that
Biden.
shit on your microphone,
He's
bro.
Joe Bidening the
Nothing,
fuck out
bro.
of that thing, bro.
Okay, hold on.
I'm Joe
That is-
Bidening.
Yeah. So here you go.
For anybody that just saw on the camera, that is fucking potent.
That is potent. I smelled it. It smells good. This one smells a lot better. It's got a sweet smell to it.
I
It
actually
smells
don't
more
like the hot
flavorful,
ones at all.
But that smells hot as well
Okay,
as good.
and I'm going to show them again. Just
Joe Biden.
nothing, dude.
You're not getting anything off that? Not
This-
even the good smell? Not even hot?
Jeez, dude, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's broken. I'm telling
I
you. he's
can't
broken.
tell one from the other.
made my eyes water.
It smells like nothing.
Okay,
I don't know what's going on.
Well, he's going
All
to
right.
taste them now.
So
I have a problem, clearly.
I think this is going to be fucking hilarious.
I think here's let's take some bets beforehand.
No, because it's
I-
going to kill me taste
no.
buds
I
wise.
think it's
say-
going to open up your smelling buds.
I say it's a neurological problem and it's in his wiring in his head that's gone wrong. Yes, which is why he's not smelling.
I think he got
and
sick and
after
something-
this, it's not gonna. He's gonna burn up and sweat, and his mouth will burn because no matter how much his taste is affected, it's gonna burn through.
I have
that.
some milk.
But okay, good.
I have milk.
Good. But he's gonna burn up and all that. He's gonna be affected by it. But after it's all said and done, he's not gonna smell any better or worse.
I think this
That's
is
my
gonna,
bet.
The only reason I'm doing this is because they're so closely related, sense, smell, and taste. I
Right,
think
right.
this is going to jumpstart his sinuses.
Okay.
And I honestly
Good
think
logic.
something's going to happen.
I hope that works for him.
All right.
As
so
much as he doesn't care having lost his sense of smell, I feel sorry for the guy.
do you want me to maybe get a little spoon, or do you just want to put a little dabby dab on a pinky?
pinky dabs? Pinky dabs?
Yeah, I'll just put it on the glove.
All right.
Just,
So
just give him key bumps.
which one? Which one do you want to try? You want to try the Mad Dog first?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
357?
It's my. You're not going to taste the last dab if you do this. So I would just put it in there, and that's
Yeah, I
enough.
shook it
That's
up.
enough. That's enough.
Yeah, and just get a taste of it.
Okay.
He did
He
taste
got it
it.
on his lips too, which is
Oh, that's the
brazen.
worst, dude.
That's brazen. Oh, look at him! Are you serious? Get him some milk.
Oh, no.
Don't touch anything with that glove.
Yeah,
He's not heeding
that down.
the advice. You can put the mic down.
yeah. Oh my god!
right, so
he's immediately fucked.
He's turned red.
He needs some milk, maybe.
Oh
in a
yeah,
minute.
I forgot
Oh,
about that.
shit. Oh, Batman.
He's hurting.
Not
I'm feeling for him.
Oh.
Wow, John is immediately. I've never
Not
seen
cool.
anybody affect. It's like pepper spray to him. But can you smell?
I got the hiccup.
Oh my god, he got immediate hiccups, guys.
Yo.
He took the tiniest. He only had residue on his pinky and touched it to his. Here's where he went crazy. He touched it to his lips, and I was like, "Well, that's a bold move. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see
Yeah.
if it pays off."
Yeah.
He immediately touched that shit to his lips, and I knew that was woo. That's a whole nother mucus
That's the
membrane.
last of the milk too, by the way.
Woo. So I was typing that. Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Okay.
That helped you. Look, his eyes are watering. I told you it was
Yeah.
going to affect all of
think
his
this might
sinuses
be
and
over.
stuff.
Dude,
I don't think we're gonna make it to the last dab.
instantly.
Yeah.
Right away.
I watched it almost like a Coyote Peterson bee sting or something like that. Like almost like as it happened.
Oh my God, you've seen that guy?
Yeah. Oh, I love him. He's
I just
fucking
found him like
awesome.
a year ago. I just was watching all of his stuff for.
I went on a K-hole the other day, and I watched a whole bunch of stuff. Speaking of people in pain, John. So yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
Speaking of K-holes of
taste it.
pain.
You could taste it for sure.
No flavor. Just
No flavor,
burn.
just hot. Yeah, he just
No flavor.
That's what it would do to me.
Pure burn.
Okay,
The fact that
take
John-
that glove off before you
Yeah,
touch
lose that
anything
glove.
more,
Ooh.
bro.
Ooh,
Lose that right glove.
All right, I got you guys.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
hearing
okay.
it.
Okay.
My
But
hearing works.
You're not.
We need to jumpstart his hearing now.
Dude.
I got you. I
Did
just
you
needed.
I'm
see
laughing
that?
so
You're
hard
still
at-
not doing it.
I just needed a little bit more milk.
He's
One
okay.
more
He's
second.
coming around.
We have
He's
some
coming around.
lactose-free milk now, because I am.
Is it not the lactose
I am
that saves
lactose
your ass?
intolerant.
That saves your mouth?
I also don't like Catholics. Pardon? What?
Is it not the lactose that helps you?
No, lactose-free milk helps.
Okay,
it does help
okay.
because I have
thought
to
it was
use it
only
all
the
the time.
lactose.
Yeah, it's a dude. I'm
John is-
so glad we got that on camera. Finally.
I mean, I feel bad.
We did it once
He
at,
acted like he was stung by a bullet ant.
We did it once at
most-
Friendly Confines, and you didn't react well at all.
Most spicy shit has like a delayed
Yes.
trigger.
Yes.
That was instantaneous.
That was.
It's like he got stung by something terrible. Oh my God.
He's
And
standing
lo and
up
behold,
now.
I can't smell anything.
How do you know?
I can't smell anything.
I think- You should give it
maybe
a
you should,
minute.
maybe you should smell a little bit of the hair of the dog that bit you.
Yeah, let it marinate because I'm still kind of dying inside.
I think it's gonna take a few. Yeah,
Yeah.
just chill back and tell me what you think about this. Chill back.
I'm still dying, so we'll see
Okay. Well,
when this is over what happens.
speaking of hot, 2 teachers are charged basically with having a threesome with a 16-year-old student, and they are both lookers. I know that
course,
you're not
aren't
supposed
they
to.
always?
Dude, I know you're not supposed to. Like, they say that that's like bad. That like that comes in like the South Park episode. They were like, he had sex with his teacher, and they were like, well, was she hot? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, nice.
No, that doesn't make it better. It just it's just like,
This-
what is the deal with it though? Why?
So
why is it
these
across the board?
women-
High
It's
teachers?
funny how people think about things when the roles are reversed.
Oh yeah,
Right. So yeah, it was lady teachers and a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah,
Because when you said that, my almost immediate reaction was lucky.
yeah, one of them was 24, one of them was 32, and believe me, you can tell who's who. No offense.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Here we go, right there.
Oh, wow.
But yeah,
But they're
back in the
both
day, look at
attractive, bro.
them. Man,
Holy
they're using
shit.
their like when they were
Man,
16-year-old pictures.
Can you imagine the sex
Sticking
education
it
this
to
guy
both of
has
them?
now, though? The
I'd need to
16-year-old
be
kid.
16 to
fucked
have
a
the stamina.
24-year-old and a 32-year-old. When you're
Man,
32,
you back both of them. Oh, this
and-
bitch
and
looks like
he's
she's on Laura
16.
tabs in
Yeah.
her.
Wow.
What's it called?
Wow.
Mugshot here. Yeah,
Yes,
she,
she
was horrible.
does.
But yeah, dude, these chicks,
He
they look
fucked her
like
to sleep.
they look like party
Allegedly.
girls. He got some in her eye. I heard it stings.
That guy's gonna get fist bumps all around for the boys.
Well, that's what got him. He fucking couldn't keep his mouth shut. This happens all the time. Is they have to send the text, they have to send the photos.
Right.
They tell them themselves.
And then it becomes like child porn or whatever, right?
Yeah,
When
you
a
can't
child's
pass
disseminating
that
this
shit
stuff.
around. And apparently, wherever they're from, I just saw it, but now I've scrolled past. I guess the age of consent is 17. Where they're at, he's 16.
Yikes. Just
So
wait a
they're going to be in
couple months,
trouble.
bud.
They're going to
Damn.
be in trouble.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
This shit fucking happens right under people's noses. I mean, it happened in my school, Lyman. I'm pretty sure when I was there.
Okay.
And
See, I never
nobody
had
knew.
any of this stuff going. Yeah, and you know what? I say I never had any of this stuff going on. Maybe it was, and I just didn't know. Because people kept it quiet, and we weren't texting each other.
If I was in
We
a
would
threesome,
page each other 911, then you'd call and they'd be like, "I'm fucking Miss Ball, bro," or whatever.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
No, you have to get a fucking like a note or whatever. That's what we would do notes. We would make each other notes. This is
Yep.
before cell phones. John had you grew up in the cell phone.
if I had a threesome with 2 hot teachers,
You'd be telling everybody.
I'd be sucking their titties because I'm out of milk and
Okay.
I'm really thirsty. I'm burning up.
He's still burning. Oh God,
A little bit.
He's still. Oh, he's got lactose-free milk though, John. You're okay.
No, but
you got more.
yeah,
milk. You got more milk.
It's hard. It would be hard not to tell people. You know what I mean?
Especially when
Like-
you're 16, bro. Like, yeah,
come on.
absolutely.
Thank you for the water, Rocky. But yeah, it's hard not to want to tell people like you're proud of that.
You
It's a
want
proud
to
moment.
brag.
Yeah, when you're like 16 and you're like looking to lose your virginity, that's like the biggest thing in the world to you, right? And as soon as it happens,
16
you
when
want
you're
to.
losing your virginity. Well, I
Well,
lost
maybe
mine a little
16,
young.
18, 14, whatever, you're teens. When
Yeah.
you generally lose your virginity,
Man.
it's like the biggest thing going on right then. And,
And
like
he's
you're.
giving both of these ladies the what for.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I wonder how long this is going on. I can't see any of that stuff, but basically, they're in a lot of. They're
Probably
looking at-
30 seconds.
They're trying
He
to
was
avoid
16.
prison time. Yeah, that's funny.
There's a one pump chump.
Nah, man.
He only unsatisfied one woman.
Dude, I think
was-
this
couldn't
dude
even get
must
to
have
the
been an
second.
over alpha male, and probably I think he had enough to go around.
Wow.
Enough to feed the needy, as Biggie would say.
when you're younger.
Believe me, sweetie.
I got enough to. That's a good song.
When you're younger, you sometimes
I was a
it takes
fucking
you less
dog.
time to recharge.
Yeah.
You know,
Right,
you can
right.
recharge pretty quickly.
Spreading the seed.
It's funny. I just heard on that note. I just heard Pete Davidson from SNL doing stand up, and he told the joke about I'm getting older now, and he goes, I know people fucking hate me when I say I'm 22 after saying that, but he goes, I am, and I'm just like I'm getting older enough to where I'm realizing now that I can't just get a hard on from looking at a chick anymore. He was
Yeah.
like, I didn't realize when I was younger and a teenager, all I had to do was look at a hot girl and I could get a hard on. I didn't realize when you got over 20, you had to smack it around a little bit.
Oh, you got to find the right girl. That's fucking hilarious. Smack it
yeah.
around like it took your
But
little
it's like,
brother's
oh,
skateboard.
this guy's growing up. Like,
you'd
he's got to
be-
smack his own penis to get it hard now.
Smack it?
He's got to self-fluff. What do you know?
My ass will be in line at a ride at Six Flags, and then I start getting hard because like there's a girl like maybe
Still?
like 5 people
Wow.
down the line.
That'll go away.
No, definitely not now.
No.
Oh, okay.
When
I
did
thought he
that?
meant
When did
now. I
that?
was
See, I
like,
remember,
that's
dude. But he's
uncomfortable.
on to something. I remember when I was a teenager, I would go out to theme wherever you'd go out, concerts, whatever, and there'd be some fucking hot girl, and you'd be like, dude, I could right now right where you're standing. I could do it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And then I think I just liked chicks more then. There was something else. Like
My eyes were a lot more all over the place back then. Now I'm kind of just like.
And then
I'm
after
very
a while,
more-
you go home and it's over or whatever. But for that like 5 minutes, you're like, oh
Yeah,
my God,
well-
that girl's so hot.
Well, you're younger too, so
Yeah.
like the passions are more passionate.
Yeah.
Like you can handle two hot teachers.
Yeah,
But
man.
then you
I
grow
guess
up.
This guy could.
No more two hot teachers. Slap your dick to get it hard. It's a real downhill
I
slope.
don't know. Why did he have to go telling on himself, though? That's what I'm saying.
They all do.
Dude.
You know what? A lot of times, sometimes it's the teachers talking to other teachers. Like in this case, maybe the two teachers were swapping notes.
I don't know, man.
Like Tuesday night, you're reverse cowgirl.
Dude.
I'm riding the stash.
Eddie Van Halen blew his secret so bad he made a song about it. I
Wait.
got a bed, got a bed, got a bed.
That
Hot
wasn't
for teacher.
That wasn't about a real thing, was it?
Oh, I don't know.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
It was just, yeah.
The
Van
fuck if
Halen.
I know.
I mean, who hasn't been hot for their teacher at one point in
Oh,
time?
man, I had a teacher in 7th
Ooh,
grade.
there were
who
some
was
baddies.
fucking
Mr.
banging,
Johansson?
dude.
God. Wait, what?
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
there were a
Did
few
you have some hot teachers?
Yeah.
I
like
did.
3.
I said Miss Ball earlier, and that was the teacher. When I was in 6th grade, we
We're
were
gonna
her,
have a ball.
It was ironic that her name was Ball, and but
you wanted to put
we
your
were,
balls in her mouth?
Yep, we were her first class coming out of college, so she was
Oh,
like
man.
24 years old or some shit.
I had a similar
She
situation.
looked- yeah, like that chick.
She was very, very young, and she taught history, and man, she played soccer. Ooh, she was gorgeous. Wow, I'm getting hot in here.
Right?
Did I eat some hot sauce?
Speaking of
So
headers.
how are you feeling?
A lot better. Literally,
John
I
has
wasn't even
toned
drinking
down
this
a bit.
water in the beginning. I was just kind of putting my lips.
Yeah.
Just
Lips,
Dude, you put it straight on your lips.
I was
Never
just
put it on your
soaking.
lips.
You try to avoid the lips.
right
and
onto
get
the
it-
tongue.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's a rookie mistake. Hate to see it. So how are you feeling now?
Yeah, can you smell?
I don't
let's
think
open
so.
one of these and
I
see
don't
if you can
think
It's
smell.
so.
something vinegary to smell.
Okay.
I have a thing of garlic in the fridge. That's the only thing I can think
I
of.
don't think it worked.
Damn, bro. Smell your beer. Like give something a sniff.
Wow. What
What do
is
you mean beer? It smells like beer. It smells like
Eh.
piss swill water.
No,
especially this.
I definitely would need something stronger
All right.
to smell.
Well, that here.
So
let-
what
yeah.
I have here is basically a big thing of peeled garlic. I'm going to give you the first.
It's like
burp
garlic
of it.
water too.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's
there's
in
some water in it too. It's I
Yuck.
don't know. I got it from like a Whole Foods place. So I'm gonna put this right up to your honker.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be on YouTube and Facebook if you want to see it.
And then
No.
afterwards, I say he takes a shot of the garlic water.
That's where the buck stops.
Okay, damn it.
That's where the end of the
all right, here
road
we
is
go.
right there. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna
see if I can smell it from here.
give
smell
that,
it on the lid. Go for it,
I'm gonna
man.
give
You're
that-
letting all the good stuff
All right,
out.
I'm gonna give it a go.
Oh yeah, I smell it from here. Oh God, yes, I smell it from here. Good God, John Hannon.
It smells cool, like fridge. All I smell is the temperature. It's cold,
He feels cold. So we've established you have not lost your sense of touch.
but
and
it doesn't.
feel
Yeah,
good.
it smells cold.
Oh my God.
But
it
that's
stank
not
so
good.
bad.
Still
though.
like
It
nothing.
stank
It's
so bad.
like it's straight up garlic in this motherfucker
Oh
now.
yeah, dude.
Maybe I'm a vampire now. Ooh, ha, ha.
Well, no,
No, that would have killed you,
yeah,
motherfucker.
You wouldn't have been able to handle that.
Also, you couldn't come into the house uninvited.
Good
You guys
point.
just
Well, you
walked
did
in.
tell us to
Oh
come
yeah, I
in.
did tell you to walk in. Never mind.
Good point.
He could be a vampire.
That's why John always texts here. He's waiting on you to say, "Come on in." He's like,
You know what's funny is
I'll
so I
sit outside
normally
for a half hour.
Yep, he's an emotional vampire.
yeah, you
He's
guys
just
will
gonna
sit out on
suck
the
your
stoop like fucking 90s kids. That was cool. That was a cool picture.
Stoop boys.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh,
I
in my
miss those
pajamas?
days. Yeah, yeah.
Them stoop boys are back at it again.
The stoop
See if the
boys.
stoop boys can get out of this one.
Sounds like you're saying
Yeehaw.
stupid brothers. The stoop boys. We're done.
When I hear stoop, I just think Rosie Perez.
I think stoop.
so stupid?
Oh, that's funny. I just think of basically Hey Arnold. Man,
Yeah.
those were the days.
Stoop kids.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I was all cuddled up in bed and we were watching like cartoons and shit like that. Me and the old lady eating candy. And I was like, this is what I did when I was a kid. This is like my Home Alone moment. This is like the height of luxury.
Okay.
Is sitting in bed in pajamas watching fucking
Oh,
cartoons.
that was your
That was my
large
cheese pizza.
pizza all to myself.
Yep.
Keep the change.
Because
you filthy animal.
his brother wouldn't let him basically eat. It didn't
Buzz
eat.
would like eat
Buzz
the
ate
cheese
all
off the
cheese
top.
Pizza, yeah.
You fucking asshole.
And then he made
Buzz,
him
your
spill the
girlfriend.
Pepsi,
Woof.
and then he had to sleep with the PP kid. Then he had
Yep.
to sleep in the attic. Man, life's fucking crazy.
Dude, that pee-pee kid in that movie, I know somebody whose kid looks exactly like that fucking kid. I'm like, oh.
I know he had
poor
the
guy.
glasses.
Well, this kid doesn't have the glasses, but if he has them, it's fucking. He looks like baby Rick Moranis.
Oh,
Rick Moranis. Sorry,
People are really upset
Rick
about
Moranis. That's a gay porn
People
star.
are-
I once saw.
Moranis.
People are.
Rick Moranis.
Give me Moranis, man.
Dude, somebody loved your hyenas joke the other day.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, it went over well online.
Glad somebody
The
did.
old hyenas. But, dude, people are way more mad about Rick Moranis getting punched in the face than the president getting COVID. People are just, like, so pissed about it.
Moranis is a good guy.
Yeah.
Right, and he
Moranis.
didn't.
That's what his name is now.
Moranis wasn't like asking for it by saying attacks in the street are a hoax. They're untrue. So it's more like karma striking Trump right in his fucking fat ugly.
I'm sorry. I
Right
just
in
keep
his fat,
thinking of
ugly
more
wig.
anus. Well, yeah, but I mean, aren't we supposed to, like, think well of people? I mean, like, you know, this will be Trump's thing. Is he has a big case of putting his foot in his mouth, but doesn't everybody? Like, I mean,
in the political field, absolutely. Like, yeah, go back far enough on anybody, right?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
they've said something, they've gone back on, they've waffled. That was a big thing for a while. Waffling. Yeah, that was
Well, I mean,
during the Kerry election. It was waffler. They were calling each other wafflers.
Bush Jr. was a buffoon. We made fun of him.
We were just talking about this, John and I, last night, and I was saying like, oh, I thought that was our lowest level of idiocy. You know, we would have.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, little did I know. And then I even said, you know, as much as I've been a Democrat through my voting career, mostly, I would vote for Romney or McCain in a heartbeat over this Republican we got right now. But anyway.
I don't think he's that Republican.
Well, whatever. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think he is at his heart, but he's just playing to his base now, and his base is hardcore conservative.
I wonder who's really pulling the strings. When we were watching the debate, I was just sitting there wondering, like, this cannot be it. There's got to be two better people. Like, I don't like either one of these guys. I say it all the time. I hope they both lose.
Period. Right.
Yeah.
I saw the idea kind of swirling around online that they should have a virtual chat, and when you want someone to shut the fuck up, you just mute their mic.
Well, I said that about you could do it live and give Chris Wallace, whatever. Chris Wallace.
Chris Wallace was Biggie.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was like, when he said Wallace, I was like, no, that's Christopher Wallace. Chris Matthews.
Oh, yeah.
They should give him he was the one arguing, telling mostly Trump, but both of them to shut up when they went overtime. And after, I feel like you should tell him, and tell everybody ahead of time.
I'm giving you the telling the president that he's acting childish, and you should not have to tell Joe Biden the same thing.
The mute mic on both sides, and when you go over your 2 minutes, I tell you you're going over your 2 minutes. Wrap it up, and if you don't, click it off.
Play the music for when you go too long on a speech at the
get the old Dave Chappelle wrap it up box.
Oh, that's fucking
wrap it up, B.
Something's
He's
gotta
fucking
get.
his wife, and she's like, she pulls out the box, wrap it up. You almost there, honey? Wrap it up.
You shouldn't have to tell these people what to do, but also, I mean, do you know exactly when 2 minutes is up? I remember when I gave a speech in college, we had to
2
do like a
minutes
certain
is an eternity. At a
when you're
podium.
talking.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's hard.
But
tell.
you can go. I mean, I went an hour on Back Talk with Bauer the other day, and I didn't even know. I figured it was 20 minutes. I looked up; it was fucking 8 o'clock.
That's Rocky.
So yeah, I mean, you can.
Trump's the same way.
Yeah,
Trump gets up there just like the biggest and the
No,
best.
but I don't want to hear two
so
presidents
funny to me.
or two potential presidents doing like, oh, your son this da 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 da. Well, your son. Let's look at your family and then
Right.
What?
Yo, mama.
You're just dissing. Yeah. You're just
Your mama's so dead that my mama's dead too.
All
Because
the
we're old.
disses.
So
because we're old.
like
Oh,
I can
man.
fart louder than you.
What did Trump's dad
There's
do
highlights from our debate.
that he was able to give him money? Like,
his grandfather was a big money guy, I think, right? Then he passed it on to dad. Then Trump got it, and
no
he just
idea.
owned all these businesses and hotels.
I think they were just business moguls, like realty, and they had like buildings and
yeah,
shit like
absolutely.
that.
Yep.
And they like didn't pay their workers, right?
And it was like in New York and some high prime realty stuff. So
The filing for bankruptcy is real.
Yeah.
Even when you're not broke,
like
you
Michael
can still,
Scott. He's just like bankruptcy.
I declare bankruptcy.
No.
No, you don't just yell at Michael. I didn't. I declared
Yeah.
it.
There's this one commercial that's going around right now that makes me think of Michael when he did Scott's Tots, like that false promise. He was like, 10 years from now, I'll help you kids out and da-da-da, I'll give you all
my
this money.
God, yeah.
But like, I forget, it's like T-Mobile or something, but they're doing like this thing, like, we're going to give 10 million people free internet for this amount of time over the next 5 years for virtual learning and all this other stuff. And I'm like, over the next 5 years, 4 years down the line, they're going to give it to nobody and realize they have to give 10 million out in a year and be fucked.
Well, if they're going to do it over time, then do it over time. But what's fucked up is then after 5 years, they're like, yoink, right back to the slums, you fucks.
Is that how it goes?
No, probably. I mean,
Yeah. Well, hopefully
they're like,
by-
we dedicated 5 years and we're out.
Yeah. Yeah, after 5 years is done, you're out.
It's not you, it's me.
Kind of like a landlord. Like, hey, man, this is business. That's how it
leases
goes.
up. You think Trump didn't throw people out on their ass every month when they didn't pay their rent?
Every fucking landlord in the world did, dude.
Right.
I mean, when you're not paying the bills, like, basically you need to get money in there or you're not going to be the landlord anymore. You're going to have to sell the fucking building.
Well, speaking of evictions, everybody go vote in November. Let's evict this guy.
Absolutely.
Hey, he evicted himself when he checked into the VA.
I'm voting for Joe Jorgensen's now. I think I saw a lot of people online.
Jorgensen is a good choice.
I mean, basically, I know it's
her.
the old.
She seems crazy too.
Yeah, she seems
a little bit,
hella crazy.
But maybe it's good crazy. I don't know.
But that's
Bernie
it.
was crazy too. They're
I
all
can't do
crazy.
Biden. I can't. Trump's awful with guns. Biden's obviously got a worm in his brain, and fucking Joe Jorgensen's. I just think it would just be cool to feed votes that way. So maybe someday it might, work. But at this point, neither one of these guys has earned my vote. And I said that actually 4 years ago, and I actually said that 8 years ago, and and so on.
I'm so tired of voting for the lesser of two evils, bro.
Yeah, it's just a crazy effed up world. But so I guess we'll just kind of keep a closer eye on this. I'm sure you guys will do a funny to informing in a few days, and we'll probably you'll most likely have an update on Trump by then.
It's going to be it's going to be our episode of 154. 153 just never happened.
Yeah,
153 is just if you find it out there, you
check
let us
your
know.
equipment, guys.
We had to somehow skip a third week. Yeah,
Oh, buddy.
Which sucks because that was a great episode too.
that was a lot of fun. That's what makes me so mad.
Are you going to put the other half out?
Yeah, we might put it on Patreon because we have a few supporters over there, and
that have been waiting patiently for something, so we need to give them something.
And we do
we
have
half a show, so y'all get it.
There you go. Also, we'll all be on back. Well, hopefully, we'll all be on Back Talk with Bauer
at
next
least
Saturday.
Two of us, if not all three of us. Yeah, this drops, so it'll be the next Saturday from when this drops.
yeah, and
You can see that same place as you see this: Facebook, YouTube.
Yep.
All the shit.
I feel 100% again from that hot sauce.
All right,
Do you?
well, right in
If you
time for
like,
the
it's
last
not
dab at
spicy
the
anymore
end.
on your
Nope.
tongue.
Last
What?
dab at the end.
It's not spicy on your tongue.
Not anymore.
You want to try one more time, see if you can smell?
No. Oh, to see if I can smell.
Just smell.
it. Okay. Well, no gloves.
Yeah, fuck it.
Just wash your
fuck
hands
it,
when you're
fuck it,
done,
fuck it.
bro.
Raw dog that shit. This is gonna be. I think. Maybe
He's not
maybe
gonna
it'll.
smell it.
I think maybe even
Maybe a
tomorrow
little
he'll be
bit.
like, Rocky,
we
you're not gonna guess.
We're gonna see.
Go ahead. I can tell you right now, no, because that would have fucking fucked you up.
Right.
No.
You like how he gave you a chance? He was like,
Nothing.
You didn't get that close
No.
enough to your face. I can smell it through the bottle.
No, and when I smelled the garlic, I literally, because it came out the fridge, I can only smell the temperature.
You
I
can't
can smell
smell
coolness.
temperature.
smell
You
temperature.
felt that
He
it was
felt
cold.
temperature, right.
He keeps saying he smelled the cold. That's actually not how that works, John.
Stop it. But no,
Stop it.
I feel better now.
Stop it, you.
stop it.
Oh, you stop it. now.
Stop it, you son of a bitch.
Stop.
Okay. So,
All right, let's get the F out of here. Check out Funny to Informing online. Thank you for hanging out with us. We fucking love doing this. We're going to we'll be back at it with What's the Fuss. We're figuring it all out. But we had to come back before this election because obviously this is hilarious. So thank you for hanging out with us, but we out this
Trunking it.